guys, it's coffee time. I drank a lot of it already because I made the mistake of making it before news, and so then I was drinking it while I was doing news, and then I was like, oh, it's almost gone now. So today I was on a set. I wasn't like a primary character at all, I was an extra for a set. For a project that Lane Pavogi's doing that I think he's talked about before. But anyway, it was really fun. There were a bunch of us there, and we were all supposed to be like mingling around and like talking to each other and acting totally natural, which of course the second that somebody asks you to do that, you start acting like a total goofball. But so there's what's called a crossing extra, where it's like somebody who crosses right in front of the camera to add like depth to the scene, right? So to make it seem like people were coming and going and like moving around, he placed a few of us out of sight and then had us walk in on action. So we were coming in from different distances and different sides, so we all got there at different times. Anyway, so he put me next to a fan that was the same height as me. I went over and stood next to it, and everybody started laughing, and they were like, ha, ha, ha. And Schroeder from the Warp Zone goes, hey, I didn't know one of your fans showed up. And most of the people that were there did not know me. You should know that ahead of time. So he said that, and my immediate response, of course, was go, ah! Which is like my trolley laugh. Everybody was really disturbed by it. They were like, did you make that sound? I was like, bye. It was good times. It was super fun, but I had to go back and stand next to that fan like over and over and over again. And there's a kid who is in the scene too, and he was obsessed with Scribblenauts, and he kept trying to stump Scribblenauts, but everything that he wrote into it, it knew. And he was like, guys, we have to stump Scribblenauts! And so he would run up to random people and just be like, do you know how to stump Scribblenauts? And they'd be like, I've never played that game, or I don't know what that is, or who are you? It was just so awesome. I was like, this is also the kid who, I had never met him before either. He came up to me and he was like, who are you? I was like, I'm Dodger, who are you? And he was like, whoa, attitude. And I was like, thanks. And then we just walked away from each other, and then he decided we were best friends and just followed me around the rest of the time. It was pretty lousy. But yes. Had a pretty fun day. I don't know why, sometimes, does anybody else do this? Like, my phone, doesn't matter what type of phone it is, I always like to lay it down with the screen facing down. I don't know why, it's like a weird thing for me. Somebody pointed it out to me the other day. They were like, you always set your phone down, like, backside up, so nobody can see your screen. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a weird subconscious privacy thing, like, because, you know, when you get a text, especially when the screen's this big, when you get a text, anybody could lean over and be like, oh, so-and-so texted you and said this! And I'm like, I don't want people to know that, thanks though. Yeah, I don't know, I always set it down. Screen first! Screen first! Yeah, that was totally off topic, but whatevs. Yeah, I like being on sets where I don't know a lot of people. Well, sometimes I want to be on a set where it's just like Cheers style. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. And sometimes that's the feeling. Like, you want to go on a set and be like, oh, I know all these people and I can just be a goober and act tired and nobody will care. But sometimes it's really nice to be on a set where not very many people know you, because then you can just kind of like stand off to the side and be on your phone and nobody's gonna bother you. It was great! Aaron brought his iPad, and he has the Ascension app. I have the Ascension app too, but I have the smaller, you know, I have an iPhone, so I have a small screen. He has his his iPad, so we were like playing full-size Ascension and passing it around in our circle, while we were standing there trying to look normal. And it was awesome. I won. Oh, yes, I'm just so fantastic. I was really proud of myself, though. The reason that I was really proud of myself was because the entire time that we were playing, they were making fun of me because when it wasn't my turn, I was playing Monsters Ate My Condo on my phone. They were like, God, you're so ADD. Why are you playing something else at the same time? And I was like, because there's wait time. I have to wait for 3 other people to take their turn. I might as well have another game going. And they were like, geez. And then I wound up winning. And I was like, ah, pew, 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 pew. It was great. In college, my friend Leah and I, this is coming from this, in college my friend Leah and I, we had a joke called college is awesome! Because there was a big group of freshmen that we met one time, but we met them while all of us were walking by with fake alcohol. Like prop alcohol. And all of them were like super confused. They were like, don't worry, it's a theater. It's like fake alcohol. And Leo was like, do you think that at first they were like, whoa, college is awesome? And I was like, I don't know. It's like, it just developed into this joke that probably won't be as funny when I try to explain it, but it was like, whenever we would go by a freshman class, we would pretend to be doing something totally terrible. Like, at one point this one came from one time she went by the Black Box Theater where they were having a class, and she went, college is awesome! With fake guns in her hands. It was great. And I was just dying off to the side. I was like, now if only we could figure out a way to do the guns and the alcohol at the same time. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like trying to portray our theater as though it was the Wild West. Oh, it was really fun. I miss Leah. Leah, I miss you. I don't know if you watch my show ever, but I miss you either way. Ah. Yes. Anywho. I have been playing Skyrim and I am loving it, so I am going to go edit and then play it some more. But I hope you guys had a good day and a good start to your week, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah!